Hey everybody, it's Dean. We're back with another episode of Megabase version 2. So this last couple episodes, we were just starting from the scratch, and we're building out the bus, getting smelting going, and we're going to start working towards getting trains. We need more iron. This is not doing it, though. I realized kind of like once we get all the belts and stuff, this will probably back up. But in the meantime, we do need to research rails anyways. And we don't need all those. But we do want to finish getting this going. Just power those down below too. Just making sure that there gets mined. Continue to use wood poles, but we don't really need them. And then we need to merge these. We want to use the same pattern. Now use up that patch. Now we're also supplying steel below. We have another iron we're going to build out at some point, but it's really not practical at the moment. We just don't have enough overflow to supply steel and another iron smelting line. Oh, looks we got a few yellow belts in here. Let's upgrade those. And we also need to convert all these to steel furnaces. Don't quite need to do it to copper yet. Let's just do these first couple. Now we do have pots because of a mod I'm using called Tiny Start. Just helps kind of get this whole process going a little faster, so you don't have to see me building it all by hand. How's power looking? 10 megawatts while we built this out last episode, I believe, and so it's doing pretty good. So we can see steel's just not getting the iron we want. If we want to really advance further, we're going to need more steel, or more iron. But currently, all our iron's flowing into belts, but kind of once, these chests fill out, so we can see they're mostly filling up. And this is backing up a little bit, which is good news. Well, and that's because our splitters are maxed. But not quite there yet. Alright, so we almost got railways. We're gonna need, and we can't build our rails until we get steel flowing better. Let's move. How are we doing with ammo? We're okay a little bit, but guess we need some more guns, which means I need some more iron. Alright, so we're, for our first rail station, we don't really need signals. It's just going to be one train going from iron and back to our unload. So let's research military science. We are going to need a better science build soon too. What was it coming down here? Iron. Let's grab a pile of you. Let's get rid of some wood. Actually, let's kind of set up that system I use to get rid of wood. Just requires a chest. I'll use a stitch chest. We do one that way and one that way. So this one will output to the opposite side of the belt, and this will input to the inside belt. Right, and then we're going to need a circuit. Just create a handful of those. So we need to count everything that's in the chest and these belts. So we're going to read, we're not going to enable, we're going to hold. Same thing here, we're going to read, hold, but not enable. Copy that to here. And then we've got a train going by outside, that's always fun. Alright, and then we need to grab that and we need to stop this one if anything is greater than 0. Enable, disable. Is that right? No, if anything, if everything equals 0. Yeah, that's what we want. Everything equals 0. So if anything's on here, this will stop. So if we click that, this stops, and now this can load. So even this one will actually hold up until this gets loaded. It'll load both sides. Alright, so we got military science. We can't do grenade damage. That's always useful, but can't quite do it yet. We are going to need oil processing at some point. Let's get automobiles. At some point, having a car on hand is helpful. So as you can see, this just is not supplying enough iron. We could bring down a second line. Which belt do we have on hand? Let's get rid of that pole. Whoops. So input priority right. Get rid of that and that, but we'll output priority right. Then we'll do the same thing here. Let's rotate that. We actually want that again. Rotate that. Make that's one. There, that will get a little bit more flowing down. That'll get our steel going. If this was a full belt, we could do this part here, but it's not really needed. Should start to see some steel. So we do direct insertion of iron into steel. I find this is just a little bit more efficient. It's 5 iron to 1 steel, and it literally takes the same amount of time to make the 5 iron as it does to make the 1 steel. So this never gets, I mean, it would fill up if we did back up on steel, but this gets to 5, and then this one finishes its previous making and continues on. So it's pretty neat. So we can look at that. It takes steel 17.5 seconds to make 1, and it needs 5 iron. And 5 iron, or 1 iron takes 3.5 seconds times 5 is our 17.5. So it's a perfect ratio. So direct insertion is ideal. And our iron's all backed up. That's a couple things. That's 1, getting all these to steel furnaces. 2, trying to send a full belt down inside. And 3, we've maxed out on our belts. You might have heard a ding. My Windows Defender got an update. Alright. Can use up this stone in my inventory. Prefer to do it on this down here. Increase the size of that. The plus key on the numeric keypad. And we shall extend this out. With very slow bots, this will take a while. Do that. Continue this out. I can literally probably run this out a little faster than these bots can do it. This just makes travel along here so much faster. We will literally be running back and forth, and this will get really extended. We'll be building over this oil. It seems a shame, but it's in our way, and we might be able to pump some of it, but more than likely we'll just use it all up. I mean, build over it. Alright, so we still have some stone. We will be walking back and forth through this area too quite a bit. And we'll probably be running that way a lot. Spasm of my mouse cursor. We can grab more. 1,000 stone. Now cement would be preferable. suppose. Well, alright, that's going a little crazy. Alright, automobile's done. Concrete's easy. We could convert stone and some iron into concrete. Alright, so this is all nicely backed up. How are we doing on undergrounds and stuff? Let's grab undergrounds, full stack U, top off our splitters. Need a lot of undergrounds for doing buses. It's not a big demand quite yet, but it will become so. Alright, so let's work on getting some rails. We're going to be coming through this area mall quite a bit until we get bots to supply us. We can pave that a little bit. Alright, so actually it has to have we're going to move this. And forgot to get some more bullets, but we're good for now. Alright, so rails. Pretty simple. We're also going to need sticks, and then I'm also going to build stone rails for bridges. So we need some sticks. Which just simply takes iron. Feed it there. We're going to need to feed it there. This will be stone. We'll also take steel, but brick instead of. Stone. So, and then steel. Will be needed by both of those. Hey Aldwar, how are you doing this afternoon? And all-knowing, hey, nice to see you guys. Thanks for the follows, guys. Really appreciate it. Have we started engines? We need to start some engines. So this is level 3 assembler. We're going to need engines. We're going to need like just 2 sets of engines to do trains. So this will be train engines and then regular engines. We're going to need pipe as well. So let's and then we're going to do, this one's going to actually be pipe. And this will be our train engines. Thank you, yes. It's been a long process, but it's going to happen. Yeah, I like to kind of build it as I go. And so we're going to need that, that. And we're also going to need steel and circuits. Yeah. So we're a nice little spaghettiness going here. Can't split out just steel without some funkiness. So what we need to do, suppose we could do, we're going to need to bring circuits over. Or at least we can do that. And then the splitter. We basically need to do the same thing for circuits. Probably going to need circuits for, well, we will need circuits for stack inserters, so we'll extend that out. Alright, so as soon as these, alright, so we need the rest of this. We need gears and steel. Well, steel's kind of far away because we offset the engines. Which made a steel out of reach. Well, we can do it from this guy. Can be one more closer. Do that for steel. And then this would be this is really starting to turn into spaghetti. Okay, well, that's why we left space on either side for builds like that. Now, when we start making engines en masse for Blue Science, we could probably start doing our engines down that way, but I don't know. Oh, I guess we need an output. I'll do that. Suppose we just go right here. For now, we'll just do 2 stacks of engines, but we'll increase that later. So let's wait. Oh, we need gears. Alright, so we're going to have some train engines. We're going to need some train cars. Which is, we need to sort of automate power poles in here somewhere. Probably should have done this earlier. Power poles are more important than trains, believe it or not. So we're going to do those guys next. Probably going to spaghetti this a little bit more, because for lighted power poles, we're going to need lamps. Alright, so regular power poles and regular steel poles, or big poles. We need copper. Alright, and then for, like I said, right, we're going to need sticks. Sticks and stones. No, just kidding. For lamps, we need sticks, circuit, and iron. There's just no room for a splitter in this. Guess we'll have to do it on the top side. I kind of just remembered an old trick because of priority splitters. You just forget how to do interesting tricks. Like I don't need all this copper going around here, right? Just need steel, and I'm not going to need red circuits this way. So what I could do, simply do that, and then that. So that will only send red circuits. But we need steel. Copper, I'm not going to worry about that. It's a little harder to get it off the top. Or maybe not. Is that right? Yeah. We'll just have to move this. Oh, but now it's 6 spaces. It's going to be longer than 6 spaces in it. How do we do it from there? So the copper is now on the wrong side. Or the steel's coming in on the other side. And we have a couple train engines. Just put that where I normally do. I'm not going to really need wooden poles for very much longer. Alright, so we can do the same thing here. We're just going to have to remove this for the moment. Now we don't have to send that. Literally, you know what we can do is we can just combine those two. Okay, so we're going to need sticks, or lamps. Do this direct insertion. Thinking we would do something like this. This would be lamps. But is it doable? And then we're going to need a stick maker. So do that, 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 that. That. So this makes lighted big guys. This makes lighted little guys. And you need the sticks and iron. There's just not room. Unless we offset you, which we can do. So we make sticks with you. There we go. Steel chests. Might as well get automated rails going. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna need automated rails. Probably gonna need 2 stacks of these. Once we get lasers going, we're gonna want a bunch of those. Beautiful. Beautiful and ugly at the same time. There's no room really for growth, but hey, it's not the perfect mall that everybody blueprints down, but is this going to interfere with this? Nope, it's perfectly spaced. No room for expansion to the right, but we don't need it. How's rails doing? Alright, let's grab 1,000 rails. We're not really, didn't need bridges when I was doing this before too much. There's not a lot of water around yet, but we'll have a stack just in case. What are we doing with engines? And we got enough to build out 1 train. Could automate rail signals. Rail signals are pretty easy, just circuits and something. Oh, well, we don't have it researched, I guess. Yet. Can't quite do it yet. But we can get some stations going, right? Oh, that's what we're doing automated as well. I'm not going to automate stations. Not yet, anyways. Yeah, we're going to need a ton of chests. We are low on inserters, if I remember, yes. Let's get rid of some blueprints. Not going to use the yellow one anymore. Not going to use the yellow four-way. Or that guy. We'll continue to use that a little bit. I don't need a generic blank one. Hey, we're being attacked. Hurrah, hurrah. Grab some bullets. Still chewing on my stuff. Oh, being attacked down there as well. Come on, bots. Let's set up some. Oops. One guy like rode all the belts and stuff. Alright, finally we're going to do rail signals. Chewed up my power pole. And apparently killed a rail right there. Anything else dead along here? Nope. Alright, so even though I can't see where we're being attacked, we can see pollution is all out here aggroing stuff, so it's probably getting aggroed from right there. So we're going to have to, at the very least, right now they're still the basic biters, so they're not a real worry for even a single turret. Unless they attack in like mass. And of course we should probably have one guarding those. Alright, we're gonna probably, well, once we get more circuits going, we're gonna need to tap more copper. Also probably gonna need to tap that coal. In fact, we got no coal flowing. Miners took out our coal. Yeah, we're not going to do that yet. Yellow pelts is sufficient for coal at the moment. got some broken coal. Okay, I might as well upgrade that. Alright, so our first rail station is going to be this iron kind of over, up. Oh, look at this. How are these guys doing? Enough bullets. Right. Eventually our double line of track will be out here somewhere. I don't remember whether I did it on inside or outside of that, but it basically comes around like this. But for starters, we'll have, kind of extra flowing in basically into that, via splitter. But we're going to have 8 lanes of smelters for iron, probably 4 for copper to start with, and 1 for stone, and then 3 or 4 steel. Now we'll take up all this space down to this guy. So we kind of want to just plan that out. Can we make our stations yet? We need 2, and that's all we need. So roughly that for our first build. Alright, we're going to have this mining. We don't want to cover that up with track. So we're going to have to bring our trains out to about there. Or, I know what I did last, when I was playing this on vacation, I did actually build across it, and then later just sort of made a loop around it. So it's okay. Now we're going to want my train book. This will be a little messed up. I have it beautifully laid out in my Megabase, knowing where all my stuff is. So this guy just gives me an indication of how big this needs to be to do a 242 train. And fill this out kind of by hand. I'll just do 1. Whoa. Hi guys. Well, we're gonna need yarn soon. For those. By doing it this way, even though it's staggered, you can get a roboport if you had an unloading station on the other side in between. And then I am going to put in a 4-lane input balancer. Guess we are going to want to mine a little of this coal because we're going to want to feed these trains with coal to start with. And we need some power. Let's start up here. Alright, let's offload. And then the neat thing about it is you can just pull off one of these and it'll unload all 4. Oh, crud. You know what we forgot? Anybody notice what we forgot? I don't know if anybody's noticing that. Anybody noticed it? We forgot chess. Bang. Put that down on top. So these poles are also in the wrong spot. I like to leave a gap between. In this case, it's not a big deal, but I do like to leave a gap. If you want to put a train signal in here, you can if you leave a gap. We don't have stack inserters yet. We need red circuits for that. Let's get, okay, kind of get an idea of what this needs to look like. The ultimate design look, but we don't need to build that all out now. And we're going to need some power out this way. edge of this. I want to go top down. I'm not going to need a lot of power for this yet. Oops. Probably going to need a little biter defense. Alright, kind of running out of stuff to research, so let's start working on finding. Oh yes, we're going to need a few other things. Guess we have to hand build our cars. We don't have enough steel in hand. The biters don't take out our engines. We need some more guns. That's one thing I haven't automated is guns. So how's our steel doing? Ooh, look at this. I'm in a full belt. Can't pick that up, otherwise I pick up all that coal. All this steel in hand. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So what was I needing? Some train cars. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to need the same design here. Probably could use a little bit more coal flowing our way. Alright, we're going to need more power poles. Let that work for now. We're doing on bricks. I can really use a stone path through here. Someday we'll set up our personal train up in this area. Ultimately, when this runs out, we may end up going in here somewhere. So we're a little closer to the bus. Alright, how are we doing on inserters? Nexus, hey, you're awake, man. You get some sleep. grab all those babies. How are we doing on train engines? Yes. Grab a stack. So next, this is my Megabase V2. How is my world zooming along? This is it, man. I have high intentions for this. You know what I could do? Right. Ideally, I think I'd rather build that power line down this way, but it's not a big deal. Pave the world. Yes. We got enough coal. Let's go for it. We need to. You know what? We're probably going to encounter some biters somewhere. Now, before we do that, we need to bring some power poles down. Oil processing, fluid handling. This track I'm building, this lane will be the exit lane for our loading lanes, or supply lanes. This track that I'm driving on now will be ripped up. Alright, beautiful. Let's put up a little defense in case I get attacked. I have somewhere to run to. Alright, we need to pick up a bunch of junk here. Alright, that's a start. We need some radars in there too, but we have no defenses, so it's not worth our time. Probably hand make a few gun turrets. This is kind of an oops. Probably can make this thing run on wood, but yeah, why not? Right now it's not a big deal. We should probably make the wood burn up first. Alright. Gonna need another station in here. I roughly want it. It's an interesting thought. Is later I bring a track this way, I'll have the double track coming in down here. So I actually make the station facing this way. But we'll just leave it alone. This first outpost will consume this all fast since our mining productivity is nothing. Woo, pass BG. I think you just put me over at affiliate level. Thank you. Yep. You may call me noob if you'd like. I accept. Yeah, sure is. That's why I have bots at this point. No, Bob. No Bobs. Alright, what am I looking for? I need upgrade planner. And I need a new one. And I need to remove stack inserters for fast inserters. And then I need a blueprint book. Because I need my, what's this one called? L4 red. This one? Yes. And then we need to run it through about this thing. Downgrade the, whoops, that's not what I needed. That just give me another one. It did. Bot, stop fixing. So, I guess I don't know how it automates that part, affiliate. This, you need to click it there. Oh, I really left not enough room, did I? Goodness. It stinketh. Fluid handling, fluid wagon. I'm gonna need that. I really didn't leave enough room. My station. There it is. So I'm going to need at least a 4-lane balancer in here. train sitting on it. I know the poor babies. They're working so hard. Actually, it's looking for. Just can't do it until the station's built. Go. How am I on chess? I only need a few. Running out of belts. The creeps will attack train rails, as far as I know, only when you use artillery wagon. I've not seen them do it otherwise. We're going to want a radar down here. What are we missing? Something's blinking. Oh, these guys. Guess we could build those. There's some kid spasming out there. Those will just tell me if this is percentage-wise full or not. Alright, so what do we need? We've got 14 belts. We're not going to do a whole lot with that. Guess we could set these up as station names. This will be iron or load in the main base. And this will be iron ore 1. So iron ore 1, inventory full. And iron ore unload, inventory empty. also add circuit condition to both of these. Make them ANs. So my train doesn't leave. And we're on our way. Now I'm changing my mind on the whole fuel thing. It would. We'll burn it up a little faster. Oh, look at what we're getting. Yeah, well, don't chew up my bots, dudes. Oh, that's a lot of biters. And I don't have a lot of bullets. Need more bullets. Biters are getting a little hungry. And we're going to need some more guns. Let's get rid of our wood. So we need to start being a little bit more purposeful with our defenses. Oh, we need belts. That's why we came back. Wrong place. Alright, so splitters. Need to stack those out. Alright, where were we being attacked? Some got damaged. You guys got damaged. We need some help up there. Yellow splitters. One other thing we need to kind of automate. So we need more electric miners. Oh, I based this in the wrong spot. I thought that was the main line, but it's this one. also need guns. Boo. Yeah, well, grab those. What are we doing on bullets? Okay. Grab a few more. Do we have enough to get this going? I'd like to work defenses, but these guys can survive. Get our yarn going. Where's our yarn controller? There it is. Kind of helps to see where everything is. Do that. We have enough to upgrade these power poles. Necessarily upgrade the whole book. Do I? Yellows to reds and power poles? Yeah, we can do that. We're not going to have any yellows. Alright, so all our power poles in the book now will be lighted power poles. course, I didn't get any more miners. Yeah, it's a nice beginner patch, huh? 2 million. How many more miners? We got 2. These guns protect all this. I think I might remove 1. Protect this side. This, I'm actually building over that. It's right in the middle of my bus. I'll probably build right over that. Need a bunch more miners to put that to work. Oh shoot. Forgot to connect that iron we just put in. Yeah, it's right in the middle of my bus, so I don't see how that's really going to help. Someday I'll be running this all the time. Not quite yet. Alright, so start with I'll just do it that way. There. And we need a radar over here. Can't build one. Get rid of the stone. We also want to use input priority. We want this mine to be used up first. What are we wanting? For supplies, right? Kind of low on copper too. Don't want that much. It's starting to come together. Let's see if we can build those radars now. Get a little more stone here. I'm going to want a path down the front of this. Getting chewed up. I kind of forgot to. I could go hand make those, but you know what? I got this first kind of rail station going. I'm going to put a split in this right now, and I will be back with more in just a moment. This is Factorio Megabase version 2. We are starting from scratch. And if you like what you see, please follow on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube. Really appreciate you. We'll see you in a bit.